How's it going, guys? Thanks for watching another recap episode. I got a lot of these to kind of go through before I start kind of posting more up-to-date stuff. Sorry, I haven't been around for, I think, now 2 or 3 weeks. I got pretty sick a few weeks ago. I pretty much lost my voice completely. And yeah, now I'm back, and I'm going to try to bust out a few just to kind of catch up, because like I said, I kind of got a lot of catching up to do. So let's just jump right in. So today we're going to be talking about one of my first times going out to Lonetree 2 years ago. I mean, I've been out there multiple times before this, but this trip was very special, mainly because I kind of figured out something completely different that I've never really done before there, and it kind of opened my eyes to, just always keeping this in the back of my mind now if the day's slow. So my whole thing is I always like to try to find a different pattern. So today, or that day, I did the typical thing that a lot of people do at this place. For those of you that don't know Lonetree, I was just flipping trees, pretty much the entire morning, and I think I got one bite. Yeah, I got one bite, and that's about it. I noticed that no one else was really catching them either around me, so I went to a few of my high percentage spots, and I actually caught one, which is this guy, which was probably the first one in all these series of clips, or right here, depending on the timing, and also that was kind of got me thinking, this guy's relating to something that's probably a little warmer, even though this was I want to say it was in May, when they should be getting shallow, starting to do the business, and just being really shallow and kind of easy to find and catch. So something kind of plopped in my head, what, they might not be relating to really timber or anything at all, because usually it's just, are they in the shallow trees or in the deep trees or in the mid depth? So it's you usually find them pretty quick. I mean, you usually don't catch a ton of numbers, but depending on the day, you can. So I decided to, I'm going to try this, heat pattern out. So rocks and concrete, anything that's not timber. And sure enough, I actually started catching them pretty good, on jigs. Yeah, all of them came on jigs, actually. I was just dragging a jig. I'll kind of show you some stuff that I did, and also think I could have critiqued on to make it maybe even a little better. But yeah, it was just dragging jigs on these rocky areas. The dam there, I was dragging a jig on, and got a few doing that. And yeah, I think I ended up catching about 20 bass that day. Also, a reason that there's not a lot of clips from this is back with cheap Mike that decided, you know what, I'm not going to buy extra batteries so I can film more, or extra memory space. I'm just going to be cheap and choose when I'm going to film. And that, like today, did not really work out in that sense, because I missed a lot of the catches that I got. I only got a few on film, which, I mean, it sucks, but now I know, and I got plenty of memory and battery, at least for my Hero 3. My Hero 5, this guy right here, I'm gonna get some more battery and memory for, because this guy decides to just go through that stuff I don't know, like a H1, a Hummer H1. So goes through gas. So anyways, yeah, I mean, it was a great day. And it was just a lot of fun, because like I said, I just found out a different pattern. No one else bass fish, because there are other fishermen trolling for walleye out there and whatnot, but none of the bass fishermen were doing anything like what I was doing, which is nice, because that lake's not that big, so you kind of get on top of each other at times. But yeah, it was really fun. On a random side note, I just got this elk jerky for my uncle, or deer, whatever, for my uncle, and it's damn good. So bait-wise, like I said, I used only a jig, and I think I used a flipping jig actually because I didn't really want to retie on a football jig, which probably would have been a little better, but they still do the same thing, just dragging a jig. I was using this the Revenge flipping jig in watermelon red. Honestly, any jig just in that watermelon, because I feel like it was this kind of green color was definitely a big part, because I know there it's a lot more natural colors that dominate in that lake, mainly because especially that time of year sometimes it's super clear, so you just want something really natural looking like this guy. I wasn't using this trailer. I'm mainly just because it's this time of year here in Colorado, March, or actually April now. Like colder the water, you want to use less action trailers like this Zoom trunk. But I was actually using just a normal trailer like this Rage Craw. Oh, whoops, sorry. And anything like the Trigger Craw, literally any kind of trailer would have worked too. This is just my preference, this trailer. But like I said, also a football jig. This is also, I think, this is from Revenge as well. But yeah, like this would have worked perfectly too, just because I was dragging it on rocks. I even tried experimenting with other baits too, like a Senko. I think a crankbait at one point. I think I actually caught a really small bass or a walleye on a crank when I was throwing that crankbait. But other than that, I didn't really get anything else except for dragging these jigs. So yeah, that was the tackle I used. And oh yeah, just like I said, just dragging it. So like you'll see in one of these clips, or not one of these clips, you'll see in some of the past clips that I was just dragging it. Like I was actually dragging it at a decent speed. So yeah. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and if you can subscribe, that'd be awesome. Also, check out my new Facebook page for this channel. I'm gonna start trying to post some, pictures and whatnot on there. I'm just not really good with Facebook in general, so I'm gonna try to force myself to, start posting more often and be a lot more active online. So yeah, we'll see you next time.